Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. Frater Autrius Horse with Lance and Grail Priory TTO. Got another book opening for you guys today. This is episode number 7. This is going to be a follow-up / addition to the Marcelo Motta S.O.T.O video we did back in episode number 4. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go and check that out before you watch this one. Got some new stuff I have found, and can't wait to tear into it and see what we got. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, on some of these, I am not 100% sure that I have them in the right order and or I'm actually going to be opening the right box. So if I have to open something to find out I've opened the wrong thing or open something for another video, just bear with me. I'll get it figured out, and we'll get to the good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what. Look at these boxes. Okay, this is another book from our good friends over at Weiser Antiquarian. And it is extremely well packaged, like all of their other books they send me. Again, if you are not familiar with Weiser Antiquarian, definitely go and check them out. I have bought quite a few things for them over the years. They have excellent customer service. Great people over there. Definitely like to send any business their way I can. Tell Marilyn I said hi. She will probably recognize my name. But I'll tell you what. Their packing makes videos like this possible. Definitely. Videos would be probably half the time they are if I didn't have to take me so long to get through this packaging. But you know, it's like being a kid whose birthday's on Christmas. I get quite a bit of enjoyment out of opening new books, especially sharing them with you guys. Get to let you guys see some things. My whole point in doing these videos is to make some of this stuff known. You know, I don't think a lot of people know a lot of this stuff even exists, much less the story behind it, the history, what it's about. So it is my goal to share as much as I can with folks to, you know, it's kind of like a museum, a video museum. I love to be able to share things with people that, especially people that love books, obviously. I love books as much as I do. Or Magick, or Thelemic, or various topics I cover. Before we get to it, okay. I was just trying to get tonight's boxes together to make sure I had the right things, and I thought I was missing a box, or I had one mixed up, but there are two books in here. One I actually had planned for a later video, so I don't know if I'll wrap it back up and show it later, or if we'll just, since it's open and out of the box, go ahead and show it off tonight and make it part of this video. But one of the first things I wanted to start off with that I found recently was the AA Student College Journal, Volume 1, Number 1. I'm not sure exactly how old this is. Oh, there we go. Summer Solstice 1993. From Silver Star Communications, Indianapolis, Indiana. This is put together by Ray Eels. If you've not heard of Ray Eels, he was a student of Marcelo Motta's. He went on to start the, I believe it's called the Order Hoor, H-O-O-R, which I should have looked this up before I did the video, because off the top of my head, I'm not 100% remembering what that stands for. But this was put together by Ray Eels and some of his students, AA students, and you can see the table of contents here. It is, some of it is Crowley AA material, some of it is essays by some of his students, and then there's a couple things in here by, here we go, the Holy Order of Rahur Queet, the H-O-O-R. A couple things in here by Motta, but this was a very, I'm sure this is a very rare edition. Seeing it, consider its binding. It's self-published, obviously. It's not a large volume. We're looking at 54 pages here. My main interest in it was that it had essays by some of Ray's students. We got the student curriculum here. Liber S.O.T.O. Student entries. A student interpretation of Liber S.O.T.O. by Daniel Dockery. Some notes on the English Kabbalah by David Eisenhower, and Magical Memories by Randall J. Perry. Very interesting. Some notes on English Kabbalah. You know, I just love stuff like this. The Gnostic Church of LVX. Interesting. I love old stuff like this because, you know, I mean, it just helps to see not only the Gnosticism and Thelema. Not only the Thelemic thought at the time, but, you know, it helps us see the evolution of Thelemic thought. Definitely there's a lot's changed in the world since Crowley, and I am a huge fan of New Thelemic thought and people that expand on and add to what Crowley wrote. I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely think Crowley is the foundation of Thelema, but he's not the be-all end-all of Thelema. You know, we have the Book of the Law was written over 100 years ago, and we live in a different world than Crowley did. So stuff like this, you know, I don't know about any of you guys, but I haven't heard of any of these people besides Ray. I have a couple of his other books on the of different things. But yeah, I have no idea who these people are, but they were obviously in the AA. They obviously wrote these essays. There we go, the Holy Order of Rahul Tweet, Manifesto and Constitution. And if it's within my power, I definitely would love to collect this stuff and keep it available, you know. Put it out there, make it available for other people to read and study, especially people that are interested in it. I think stuff like this has a lot of value, and especially when you see some of the prices people are paying these days for comic books and video games. Believe me, I don't feel bad at all for what I spend on acquiring and collecting occult material. Not at all. Wow, this looks very interesting. This stuff is just like, it just fascinates me. You know, this is going on 30 years old. Still in great shape. I just, you know, I like to, I'm something of an occult historian, definitely a Thelemic / O.T.O. historian. Really been interested in Motta's work for quite a while. But in the last year or so, I have been fortunate enough to acquire most of his published work. And I ran across this on Weiser Antiquarian, one of their catalogs. They put out I believe it's a bi-weekly catalog. It's usually around a certain theme, but yeah, I saw this in one of their recent catalogs and snapped it up. I mean, I had to have it. Without a doubt, I had to have it. Okay. This was planned for another video, but since it came in the same box, I'm going to go ahead and show it off. Ooh, it has a very nice leatherette cover. The Genesis of the Book of the Law. I believe this is a Hellfire Club book. It's by David Allen Hulse. Yes, this is a Hellfire Club edition, number 32 of 93. Oh, nice. 93 copies bound in full kid skin with Egyptian papyrus. So this is the deluxe edition. I guess that's the Egyptian papyrus, if you will. Papyrus end papers. This definitely has a nice cover. It is definitely leather. I have most of the Thelemic / AA books that Hellfire Club published. I got burned on one. I had to end up buying another copy from someone who had imported one to the U.S. here. And then I got burned on a set, which really still rubs me the wrong way. But I got burned on a set of the facsimiles of Vision and the Voice. They had a very nice blue, brilliant blue, beautiful slipcase box set edition of 5 volumes. I'd ordered it And after, geez, I guess it was, I think I ordered their copy of Pyramidos before that, and I waited on that for about 9 months, and then I had went ahead and ordered the set of Vision and the Voice, and I think it was about 3 months. By the time I finally gave up on waiting and decided they weren't going to get here, I had to end up eating the cost of the Pyramidos book, but I was lucky enough to find a copy here in the States, and then I actually got a refund on the Vision and the Voice set. But it's such a beautiful box set. I want one so bad, but you know, fool me once. Don't order from Hellfire anymore. They have a bad habit of taking people's money and disappearing. And if you know anything about Hellfire Club books, their nice books aren't exactly cheap. So yeah, I am extremely, extremely happy to not only get a copy of this, but to have one of the 93 deluxe editions. This is just a beautiful book. This goes on to delve into and explain and give the history of Crowley's reception of Liber Alvel Legis. Looks like this is a nice thick little book here. Looks like it's broken down by the year. Birth of the AA and the S.O.T.O legacy. And then we have the nice papyrus in pages. They don't come through well on the video, but they're more of a cream color than the paper and have a nice texture. Very interesting. I'm glad I went ahead and opened this up to show it off. It's broken down by the years. A great amount of information in this book. I am very happy with this book. Beautiful, beautiful book. It'd be cool if it was number 31 of 93, but I am definitely not complaining. Definitely not complaining. Let's see here. Okay. I have the Eastern Mysteries and Western Mysteries. I have New Dimensions of the Cube of the Space. I don't know if I have these two. I'm assuming. Okay, I am assuming this book actually contains these 3 parts here. It was published by J.D. Holmes in 2001. I don't see, yeah, don't see a table of contents. So it looks like, Genesis of the Book of the Law, the complete text. Well, there you go. It's got a little pencil here in the front. Can't make out what it says, but looks like it says August 2017, maybe? Very clear. Okay, well, I don't think I have the truth about numerology, but I do know I have these 3, and if this is the complete text of the Genesis of the Book of Law, I have everything this guy published except for that first book there. Wow, this is a score. I am very happy with this. Very, very. I wish you could feel it, the texture of the goat skin. It's just beautiful book, beautiful book. And definitely happy to add to my Hellfire Book Club collection. I'm going to have to make a video one day just showing off what books I do have from Hellfire. But yeah, seeing as they're not going to be ordering from them directly anymore, I definitely try to snap up what I find on the market from Hellfire that I don't have. Ran across this on a Weiser catalog, and yeah, I had to snap it up. Very, very happy with that. Beautiful book. Okay. Let me check. Okay, I've got two here. I'm not 100% sure which is which. I'm kind of trying to base this on the size and weight of the package as to what I believe is in there. So, this should be what I have next in line on my list here. We'll crack it open and see. Oh no, it has popcorn in it. That's not good. Luckily I have a trash can beside me. Unluckily, one of my cats loves to knock it over. And all I need is really? Okay, this is not what I thought it was at all. Oh. Don't look at that. I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you did see it, avert your gaze. That's coming up later. I don't want to give it away. Let's see. Okay, well, this is not what I thought it was. This actually goes with another video. So, let's set that aside. Now, I am confused. Let me... Well, I'm just fumbling around here now tonight. That means this should be what I thought that was. That's when I now understand why I was confused. I got my boxes mixed up. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. I want to have to pause things here in a second, I believe, and get up and look for that other book I have scheduled for this video that I have put in the wrong pile. I've been sitting on these for quite a while. I have a lot of stuff coming from different places, so I wanted to make sure I got everything in together the way I wanted it before I sit down to make a video. So, ready for the big reveal? The Journal of Thelemic Scholarship, official organ of the Parzival 11th Degree O.T.O. Foundation. This is some more journals put out by Motta's S.O.T.O. From '92. This was published in Australia. Those are the same group that republished his Equinox and Oriflamme series. Oriflamme. Oh, nice. Some of this is Crowley stuff. Some of this is Motta. There were 5 issues. Happened to run across this on a fluke one day. This was another one of those things I didn't even know existed until I ran across it, which is why I'm making these videos, to show this stuff off. So this is Volume 1, Number 1. Here we have Volume 2, Number 2. This is The Great Drug Delusion, Cocaine, The Drug Panic, Concerning Death, and a Letter to Newsweek by a previously unpublished letter to Newsweek by Marcelo Motta. If you want the table of contents there. Interesting stuff. It's interesting that the notary and supervisor general were both 3rd degrees. I wonder what's up with these certificates of document provenance. That's kind of interesting. Title: The Drug Panic document was originally prepared on or around 1922 by Aleister Crowley on behalf of the editor of the English Review for the benefit of the readership of the English Review, the general public. Attached publication from a photocopy of the original publications was located by Frauder H, 3rd degree O.T.O. He or she obtained this document from a photocopy of the original editions of the English Review 1922 from the UCLA Library in the city of Los Angeles, California, July 1990. That's cool. I've never seen anything like this before. Was this document prepared by an authentic Thelemic or Thelemic aspirant? Yes. I don't know what to think about that exactly. Philo de Se. I actually ran across this probably a month or 2 ago. I'd never heard of it before. It's an interesting story. It's a guy that's on his way to commit suicide. He's going to drown himself, and it's a lake or river or whatever he was going to go drown himself. he ran into a Thelemic master, and the guy wanted the dude to talk him out of committing suicide, and he basically said, well, if it's your will, go for it. And after a little back and forth, the guy decided he didn't want to commit suicide after all. Let's see the table of contents there. This right here, these right here, this certificate of document provenance, that just blows my mind. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Looks like here's a play by Motta. Wow. Looks like most of these came out of the English Review and the International, out of the UCLA library. Of course, you see advertisements for the Equinox and the Oriflame. If they came out of the UCLA library, how did they make it to Australia to get published? This is a special Aquarian special issue, Aquarian Masonry Tracks. The table of contents. This is from 95. Back issues, numbers 1 through 3. Interesting. Footnotes here for Magick and Mysticism, the Oriflame, Volume 6, Number 2, and Magick Without Tears, Unexpurgated, Commented, Part 2, the Oriflame, Volume 6, Number 4. If you want to go back to watch episode number 4, you can watch me unbox those and gush and drool over them. They were some of my holy grails that I'd looked for a long time. Got lucky, ran across somebody on eBay that had almost a complete set of everything. And I said, hey, what will you take for the everything you got? And they shot me a price I couldn't refuse. So, gotta love it. Well, very nice. These are in just beautiful condition. Oh, nice. You can see this one's kind of hefty compared to the other ones. The New Court of Last Resort in defense of Marcelo Motta and the real O.T.O. succession. Oh, talk about Thelemic history. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to detail the suit that Motta brought against Grady McMurtry and the Caliphate O.T.O. and document the history of that, which is fundamental in the history of modern Thelema, especially modern O.T.O., the Caliphate O.T.O. And it's something the O.T.O. doesn't like to talk about. You know, Motta was wrong, Grady was right, we're the Caliphate. Shut the fuck up, basically. If you want to increase individual freedom, you must increase social harmony. If you want to increase social harmony, you have to organize. If you want to organize, write the O.T.O. See what's in the table of contents here. O.T.O. succession from Crowley to Germer, O.T.O. succession from Germer to Motta, the fraudulent claims of McMurtry. Wow. Wow. This. 96. Well, you know, this is close to the Thelemic equivalent of digging up the Dead Sea Scrolls. Wow. The real O.T.O. succession. McMurtry expulsion. If you've seen episode 4, you know in the beginning, which number is that? I'm sure it's back here. In Equinox 5, number 4, Sex and Religion, the introduction to that, when Motta goes on a screed and puts a number of his students and Thelemites on blast, especially a lot of people that were critical to the beginning of the Caliphate O.T.O. and people that were students of his that he kicked out for various reasons. He put a lot of people on blast, and it is hilarious to read. But yeah, to see this, the McMurtry expulsion. Grady Lewis McMurtry, you were introduced into the O.T.O. directly by the 9th degree, by the predecessor of our predecessor, Baphomet, 10th and 11th degree. Since that time, you have betrayed all the oaths and pledges of the order. You have betrayed all the oaths and pledges of the outer, all the oaths and pledges of the inner, and all the oaths and pledges of the supreme circles of our order. You have successfully proved yourself unworthy of being called a man of earth, a lover, and a hermit. To specify, of the 3rd degree which crowns the career of the man of earth and allows his or her induction into the inner circle, you have, by testimony of your written word, your spoken word, and your published deeds, fallen short in these ways. And let me list the ways. Oh, this is from July 1984. Wow, and yeah, he goes on to make his case, it looks like. Wow, this is just, you know, I never knew this existed. Wow, this is like a total breakdown of the court case. And, you know, granted, it's probably a little biased coming from the point of view of the side that lost, but wow. The following names appear in the transcripts of either the Maine or the California trials. Interesting. Get some of these people. I recognize a lot of these names. Fascinating. You know, some of this stuff borders on libel, I'm sure. Stella Seckler, daughter of Phyllis Seckler, accused by Miss Germer of robbing the library in 1967. Ooh, that's some heady claims right there. Wow, it has transcripts of the trials and everything. Ellen Parsons Smith under oath. Marcelo Motta under oath. 2 weeks before Mr. Germer's death. Well, this is just blowing my mind. Wow. I mean, this is history. This is Thelemic history. This is O.T.O. history. Selling books from the library. Wow. In section 11.0 below, we will present the chronological history of the Crowley-Germer Library, also called the Thelemic Archives. The record will show that after some legal maneuvering by Grady McMurtry, Phyllis Seckler seized control of the library after helping McMurtry appropriate it from Calaveras County subsequent to Miss Germer's death, and then refused access to her quote-unquote ex-husband. Shortly thereafter, Phyllis Seckler and Hellis Parsons Smith began selling rare first edition books from the library. Was this action quote-unquote authorized by Grady McMurtry? Compare the testimony of Seckler versus McMurtry on this point. Wow. And I'm like literally about halfway through this volume. Wow. Initiation. McMurtry on becoming an initiate. McMurtry on recognizing Motta in the AA. Wow. Man, I am just tickled. I had no idea anything like this ever existed. No idea whatsoever. Publication of the Secret Rituals of the O.T.O. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely need to study this to get up to speed. I know a little bit about the court case. Not a whole lot. But this looks to be... Wow, look at this. This looks to be... I mean, everything. I had no idea this was what was in here. No idea whatsoever. This is just amazing. Whew. Okay. I'm going to have to put it down and move on, or we're going to be here all night. Wow. Wow. That, I'm getting to the point I'm being speechless here. But this, along with the Hellfire Club book in the deluxe edition and the AA journal. Wow. Okay, this is not a... let's say this is a new book. This was going to get this from Lulu. But if you have watched episode 4, you will know the deal with the commented version of Magick and how the first half was published with Motta's commentary, and he died right before the second half was published, and they weren't able to find his commentary in time to get it into print. So the second volume of that is just basically the second half of Book 4, Part 3, without Motta's commentary. Another student of his absconded with Motta's comments and published his own version, which is extremely hard to find. I've seen one copy available for sale, and they want a ridiculous amount of money for it. I'm still trying to run down a copy of the second half of the original, even though it doesn't have Motta's commentary, just to complete the Oriflame set. And one of these days, when I hit the lottery, I am going to try to buy the copy of the other copy that does have it commented. But anyway, the whole point of that was I ran across this on Lulu. Magick commented second edition. This nice hardback. This is a hefty tome. I do believe this is also put out by Ray Eels. And it's obviously the comment on Book 4, Part 3. And, oh, actually, this was this done by David Burson? I have to read this. I thought it was Ray Eels, but apparently I was mistaken. David Burson. I have to read this introduction here. First edition, June 21st, 1987. Second edition, December 10th, 2013. I wonder if they were able to get their hands on. Yeah, this has some commentary on it. I'm assuming the parts here in italics are either Motta's commentary or Burson's commentary. One. Let's flip more towards the back here and see if it's commented all the way through. Get the rituals here. Let's flip back a little bit. So far, so good. We're up to chapter 21, and we still have commentary. So this may be exactly what I've been looking for. A complete copy of Book 4, Part 3 with Motta's commentary on every chapter, and not merely the first half. And obviously it has some italics here, so somebody's comments in here. There's a lot of commentary too. Very interesting. A lot of footnotes. Wow. Woo! I managed to run across some of the most interesting things on the internet. So, anyway, if anyone is interested, this is available on Lulu.com, print on demand. Very, very interesting. Okay, at this point, I have one more thing I want to show. I'm going to have to pause the video here for a second and get up and find the box, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Well, I thought this was going to be it. But then I see a big eBay on here, and what I'm looking for is not from eBay. I'll have to pause again. I'll be right back. Okay, third time's a charm. Let's hope. Yes, I believe I have finally found it. Thought I had all of these lined out and sorted. Yeah, this is it. So there's a bit of a story behind this. Get it out of the wrapping here. Oh, perfect. Ready for this? Ta-da! Okay. We have a copy of the Blue Equinox here. Volume 3, number 1. And this should be the here. 1973, second edition. Which, you know, it's just the Blue Equinox. I'm sure you've all seen a copy of it before. Nothing special. This is a binding's tight. Cover looks good. There's one page there that's got a line drawn on it, but hey, you know, I'm not complaining. First published in 1929, reprinted 1972, second printing 1973. Okay, so the story behind this. Many years ago, when I first really got interested in Thelema, I was able to acquire a 1972 copy of the Equinox set from Weiser. Unfortunately, it was not the limited edition, and but it did come with the Blue Equinox, this one right here. Unfortunately, right here, it had a big wad of gum stuck to it. A few years ago, I was going through some things and ended up selling it to a S.O.T.O brother to raise some cash. And from that day on, I regretted selling it. When I got back on my feet and was able to repurchase it, he refused to sell it back to me, even though I don't think he really had any interest in it at the time. He just didn't want to sell it back to me, even for profit, unfortunately. A few years ago, I did manage to acquire a 93 set, it's the white set, and it did come with a Blue Equinox. And then a couple of years ago, I found a 1972 limited edition set on eBay, but it did not come with the Blue Equinox. I actually have that sitting over here on a bookshelf next to me. I believe it was limited to 575 sets, I think. So I have a copy of the 93 unlimited edition with the Blue Equinox. I replaced the 1972 set I used to have that had the Blue Equinox with gum stuck on it with a 1972 limited edition set, but unfortunately it did not come with the Blue Equinox. And I found this for a reasonable price, and it is the 1973 second printing that actually came with or was sold along with the 1972 Equinox set. And yeah, I've been wanting to get a copy of this for a long time to complete my 72 set. So now I have a complete set of 93 edition and a complete set of the 73 edition. Why do I need two complete sets of the Equinox? Why not? Like I said, I'm definitely a collector of Thelemic books, and that's part of history, you know. Weiser released well, the Weiser set in '72 was the first complete reprint since Crowley's originals, and then they reprinted it in either '92 or '93. I'm pretty sure it was '93, and they did a complete 10-volume set in white and gold, along with a blue Equinox, and then they released a dual set that was the complete 10 volumes in two really big thick volumes. I believe they came in a slipcase. I've seen one. I used to, the husband of the Body Master over in Oklahoma City had a copy. It's printed on a really, really thin paper. A lot of people call it Bible paper, and it pretty much is. But, you know, they fit a 10-volume set of basically encyclopedias down into a 2-volume set, a box set that's about this thick, roughly. I do not have a copy of that. Don't really have an interest in getting a copy of that, since it was just kind of a cheap reprint to get it back out on the market, but it has not been republished since the 90s, and I highly, highly, highly doubt it will ever see republishing currently. I take that back. There is a Keep Silent edition you can get that it's print on demand. It's in paperback. It's a facsimile of the first edition, Crowley edition. It's fairly reasonable. I think they're around $20, $25 a piece. So, you know, you can get a complete set for under $300. They're paperbacks. You can read them. You don't have to worry about tearing them up or them falling apart. Obviously, they are out of, they're in the public domain now, so you are freely able to republish them, which is another reason I highly doubt you'll ever see them reprinted again as a complete set in hardback, because, you know, you can get them, you can download PDFs for free. I mean, you know, there's no profit there. There's no money to be made, which is sad that, you know, a lot of books don't get republished simply because there isn't a profit to be made. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff should, if you could republish it and just break even, make your money back, put it back in print, man. The O.T.O, there's a lot of stuff the O.T.O hasn't printed in, you know, 20, 30 years because they no longer have the copyright on it. There's no money to be made, so they don't bother. And it languishes out of print, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's my rant about that. We're getting here close to an hour, so I want to wrap this up and shut it off for the night. But glad to have this. Completes my Equinox set. They're actually not that rare. If you're looking for either the 72 or the 93 sets, they do come up on the market. I just saw a 72 set sell on Weiser a couple of months ago, and they made a note that we also have a copy of 3-1 Blue Equinox if you want to add it in and complete the set. I see them on Weiser probably once or twice a year. A set comes up for sale. You can usually find a set on eBay if you keep your eyes open. To be honest, I think I see more of the 72-73 set for sale than I do the 93 set, 92-93 set. So if they're out there, they're usually run anywhere from roughly around $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 on the high end. I believe I got my 72 set for $600 or $700. Ran across it on eBay one day, and it was at a hell of a price, and I snapped it up. To not only replace the one I had sold years ago, but also because it was a limited edition set. So, yeah, they're out there. If you're interested, they're available. They're not too expensive, relatively speaking. You know, you get a set of encyclopedias for $1,000. Yeah. books that are close to 50 years old now. Or, you know, 250 bucks roughly, you can get a copy in paperback. So they're out there, they're available. I just wanted to get this to complete my set and show it off, and along with the other amazing books I had in this unboxing tonight, I am just looking what I have over here. I am totally blown away. I mean, I'm blown away. That'll do it for tonight. The next video is going to be the Crowley Must Special. I'm putting it out on October the 12th in honor of Crowley's Lesser Feast. That's going to be a blowout, let me tell you. That's probably going to end up being a 2.5 hour video if I get started on my rant. But definitely, if you're interested in what I do and you like these videos, definitely come back for that. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for your time and attention. Glad to hear any comments you may have. Just drop them in below, and I'll read everything. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to ask. Definitely look into TTO. Check it out, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me, and I appreciate it. Appreciate your support, and love is the law. Love under will. Until next time.